Alrighty, man. I wanted to make this video today because something really unique happens, when you start walking with God and especially when you start doing semen retention on this journey. And what really starts to happen is you start to be separated from everyone else, including your family, including your friends that you may have known for a very long time. And the reason being is because you need to be separated to become consecrated, to become able to listen to God's voice only and not be distracted by everyone else and their agendas for you, especially your families, right? I don't know about you guys, but man, I remember back when I used to talk to my family, all the agendas that they wanted for me in my life and things that they wanted me to do. And, even just little things like not getting tattoos, like I'm like, dude, like I want to get tattoos, like that's always been my thing. And so I remember actually after leaving and walking away from all of them, how my life just got so much better. The obligations, the goals and the visions that they had for me just left, and I felt like a weight was lifted off myself, and I was really just able to cling unto God, which obviously took time. But throughout that process, I realized that I only really need God to take care of me. Like God takes care of all of my needs. Like he really does. And, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like it's all taken care of. And not only that, the pressures of everyone else just fade away. And you only focus on what God needs you to do, because that's really all that matters. If you've been selected, if you've been called, you are eventually, like I said, going to get to the point where you're doing semen retention and you're okay with, not getting married, not having kids. Like you're just going to enjoy life. Like I love my life. Like, dude, you'll love the energy. You'll love everything that God takes you through, because it's an adventure specifically created and dedicated to you and your progress and the mission, right? Just imagine yourself like as a warrior. You're called off on a mission. You need to be isolated from everyone else who's not in that mindset mode of, hey, we have a mission here to accomplish. Like it's like the military, man. Like everyone in the military gets isolated from their families and friends, and they're only surrounded by people who are also, training to be in the army. It's the same thing. You've joined God's army, so you got to be isolated from everyone else who's not in it. And so if this is something that you've been called to do, just know that it's okay. Like, especially with semen retention, you will realize that you don't need anyone else but God and yourself. Like, it's crazy to see that, like, that's all you need. Like, you are more than enough. And you're not alone. You never feel lonely. I never feel lonely anymore now that semen retention is kicked in. Like, dude, I love my life. Like, I love the journey, and I love that I don't have those burdens of goals and visions that my family had for me. Like, it's all gone, dude. Like, I haven't talked to them in years. Like, I'm sure if they saw me now, like, I just wouldn't fit in anymore. Like, I've changed and developed so much and become more of God's child that I don't fit with them anymore. And I don't even want to, bro, because they're so stuck in like a negative cycle and fear-based mentalities that I don't want to be around that, man. And I know that if I would have stayed around and stuck around with them, I wouldn't be able to accomplish what God's called me to do. And so if that happens to you, if you become isolated, if God draws you out from everyone, just know that it's okay, man. And trust me when I say you need to do semen retention, because without it, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel desperate. You're going to feel needy. And you might even start talking to people that aren't even good for you just because, you want company. But once you start doing semen retention, guys, like all that fades away, and you realize God is the only thing that's needed, and His Spirit guides you every day, and you're never alone. You have companionship all the time. God is always with you, man. And so hopefully this hits your heartstrings in some way, shape, or form, because you are not alone on this journey. And trust me, God would not have chosen you if you were not up for this mission, or if you could not handle it, or if you could not accomplish it. So He's chosen you because you can accomplish it. So get ready. You're in the army, right? You have to be isolated from everyone else who's not in alignment with your purpose, and get to it. Like, that's it. Like, the only reason I'm just learning so much about this. Like, even I used to think that the vision that God had given me was just for, arrogance and pleasure and all that. And then I realized, like, once God gets me there, like, it's all about the mission. Like, my mindset's changed completely and continues to change now on semen retention. Like, it's all about the mission, all about the mission, all about the mission. Like, that's all this whole thing's been about since the beginning. And it's cool to look back in time and just be like, damn, like, that's what God did. Everything that I thought was bad, I was actually working out for my good, because it was all aligning me for God's mission and to be ready for it. And so, guys, hopefully this is giving you some type of insight into your life. You are called for a mission. You're not supposed to be distracted by the things of this world. So stay focused, focus on God, do semen retention, and watch how your world will change for the better, okay? So hopefully you guys are having a great day. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Peace.